On March 10th, 2021, the mask mandate was lifted for Texas everywhere. What this means is that us as Texans and business owners are allowed to operate at 100% full capacity. This is really good for Texans everywhere as that it allows our businesses to boom. COVID-19 has hit us extremely hard. People have lost their jobs, their money, their families, their friends, anything. COVID-19 is a serious issue, but now the time has come for all Texans to come back outside from their holes and live the lives that they deserve to live, for all ages. In 2020, 10,000 businesses were closed down, restaurants alone. This survey was done by the Texas Associates of Restaurants and the National Associates of Restaurants. Mom and pops everywhere were affected. This hurt us really bad. Money's down the drain, and not enough people can keep the economy going. And even worse, workers are being affected the most. 659,000 Americans have lost their jobs and their health care. Unemployment is on the rise, and honestly, we just can't keep up. People need to be able to work. Even some of my own family members have lost their job, including me. I have not been able to work or find a job, and the jobs that are hiring are paying very, very low. It's not their fault that they're paying low. They just can't keep up with the high demands for produce and product. Even even HEB has been affected by this. Now, sales tax paid on unemployment has reached $2.7 billion. Could you imagine that? $2.7 billion in unemployment fees have been paid to Texans alone, just Texans. Now, people need to work, and this unemployment stuff has to go. As you can see here, in 2019, March 23rd, when it first started, 31% jump, and we're in April 8th, 139%. Now, 18% of Texans have already received the COVID vaccine. That may seem small, but that's more than other states have. Us as Texans, we need to get our vaccines. And the good news is that as time goes, the supply of vaccines is skyrocketing for Texans. Texas is not the first state to lift the mask mandate. We're not. So no one should be surprised. But we are the first state to have such a steadily supply of COVID-19 vaccines. And that is honestly due to our international trade and our trade as being the bottom state. We are number one priority for most jobs. Now, March 24th, 800,000 doses of the vaccine were given to Texans. 824,000 doses of the vaccine are going to be available. So that 18% is going to jump. And remember when I said 675,000 employees are affected? That's not going to be the case anymore because now more people are going to have vaccines and there are actually people on unemployment. That's going to help us all. Now, eligibility for the vaccine, eligibility for the vaccine is going to be according to the healthcare worker. As you can see here, as a healthcare worker, you get top priority. So if you're working at a nursing home, a hospital, a daycare, yes, that does count, a daycare, you're going to be the first person to receive the COVID vaccine. Now, next one is live or work in a long-term facility, like I was telling you about earlier, like a caregiver, or you taking care of old people. You're going to be getting the vaccine first. Why? Because the vaccine really damages people who are elderly. As you can see, if you're over the age of 65, you're going to be most affected by the vaccine. Now, everyone gets COVID-19. However, when you're that age and when you're that weak, your body just cannot deal with the ramifications of COVID-19. So even though COVID-19 may not kill you, lung disease, heart disease, measles, anything that COVID-19 may bring will really, really damage the body. Now, if you have any type of medical condition, now, as far as what it means to have a medical condition, you just need to have some sort of thing that pertains to COVID-19. So if you have lung disease, you're going to be the first person to receive this vaccine. And it is very important as you as a teenager to get it, not only to protect yourself, but protect others. Now, there is a big wait list for the rest of us. However, like I said, since Governor Abbott is pushing all these supplies into Texans, we are able to get it, and we need to get it. Now, I know some of you may be kind of like, well, why do I need to get the vaccine if the survival rate is so high? Well, every life matters. It really does. And even though you may not think of it that way, and you're like, well, I got COVID vaccine and I survived, it doesn't matter. Like, everyone matters. And so it's up to us to take that next step into opening our businesses in Texas to go back up. Some people may disagree with Governor Abbott's mask mandate lift, and I know it's all of the personal opinion, but the reality is that us as Texans cannot keep the unemployment rate so high. So I'm counting on you and me to go get our COVID vaccines and to just live your life and stop living in fear when we have the technology to stop this. Thank you for your time and have a good day.